Okay, let's talk. I made a freaking amazing iron farm. Tiny, small, extremely efficient. I would say it's pretty good. Cause it is pretty good. I did spend hours. I spent way too long making it. Way too long. It's literally just a thing of water with that goes into lava. That's it. But for some reason, the one I made is just as fast as the average spawn time for an iron golem. The average time of an iron golem spawning is 35 seconds. This thing, for some reason, hits it. It hits it. I don't know why, but it does. Well, I do know why. I'm gonna explain it. So, what this is, what this is a simple 3x8 water stream with a small village pod of 3 villagers, 3 beds, and the other side is a zombie. That's it. That's it. That's it. But for some reason, I don't know what reason, it hits 35 seconds. So that's 35 seconds for every golem. So when this golem spawns, it has 35 seconds. So it dies, it drops off, it dies, and then after the 35 seconds are up, spawns again. It is as fast as one could go, and efficient as one could go for an iron farm. Unless you like make a giant huge one with nether portals and make it really far away and hop them all in. But this is as a singular pod, as fast as it can go. I mean, it's not crazy hard to make. I did spend way too long making this piece of crap that it is. But it works, and it's perfect for the survival world, so I'm going to explain to you how to make this. So, let's get into it. Alright, here's what you'll need. You're going to need building blocks, walls or fences, glass, you're going to need a name tag, water, you're going to need one zombie, 3 villagers, several hoppers, signs that don't burn, and a lava bucket. First, start with a tower that is 20 blocks tall, and it needs to be far away from any other village. It also can't be next to a mountain, and either a tall spire next to it that is within 20 blocks of it, because that's where iron golems will spawn, and you'll have a big mess of iron golems all over, and you'll have no iron in the chest. Next, we want to start with a 3x3 and a 3 block tall glass room, just like this one. Now that we have that, we want to put 3 building blocks underneath it, and then we want to build a little room for our zombie. It can be the same height. It can be too high if you want instead, but it has to have at least space for a zombie to walk freely in. Now we're on to the most excruciating part of the build. We're gonna do our 3 beds, and then we gotta get our villagers in somehow. The best way I did this was minecarting them in. Just nice and simple. Just getting some rails, throw my villagers in, and one at a time, just throw them in there. Zombie, you can kind of do it the same way if you want to, minecart, but what I did is I came from underneath, and I just built a water elevator all the way up from 20 blocks down there, up here, and then once he was jumping up here, I just put a piece of glass right there, cut off the bubbles, and he was in. Once you get your zombie, make sure to name tag it right away, and also to put building blocks right above it, because we don't want that sucker to burn. Then we want to build our water stream. We want to do an 8 long by 3 wide. It should look like this. Next, we're going to make our walls. Want to take your walls, you're going to make them floating around the platform. You don't have to do the corners. You can make them look like this. It doesn't matter. But either way, it will still work. After your walls are done, we can add water. And with the water in place, we can now move on to the collection system. The collection system, I like to find this block right here. It's in the middle of this 3, and then you fall right down. And then for this, I like to do 1, 2, 3. And like that, it should be perfect like that. 1 up there, 2 right there, 3 right there. And it needs to be a 2 wide, so you want to go 1, 2, that's 1, that's 2 wide. And now you're good to close it off. This should be raised about 6 blocks. Next, we want to do signs. Make sure they're not able to be burned, or it will ruin your farm. You want to put a sign here, and just make sure all the signs are on every corner. Then we can add our lava straight away. You only really need 1 lava bucket. It should reach it all, no matter what. Shouldn't matter. In survival, I'm going to do hoppers first. I'm going to do that right now. For hoppers, punch out a little hole from my chest. You can do several chests. Let's say I want to do 2 chests. You can do feed into that one, and then you just kind of scoop it all up. Once the collection system is done, we want to break these blocks right here, because the zombie needs to be eye-lined with the villagers. This should start your farm. In about 30 or so seconds, or right now, that works, there should be an iron golem that spawns. Then I would just remove these building blocks right here. And if you want to make this even better, you can do a funnel with water going into the sides and just use normal blocks. But this should collect everything. There might be a few iron golems that escape. It's not that big of a deal. If you want to go above and beyond, you can also use pistons too to reset the villagers at night. And you have to make sure that these villagers need to sleep every time, so they have to keep moving. If they stop moving, just stand still, like they happened to me several times before. It's not good. Make sure the zombie also has some freedom to roam, because it forces the villagers to go side to side, so they have time to like hop in bed real quick. It's a good way to keep them going to sleep. And now to talk about how fast this thing is. So I did the math, and we got around, I think it's about 8 or 9 iron every minute. So it's not bad. I mean, that's an average. And that concludes the really simple iron farm that I spent way too long making. I have no life. Anyway, I hope you like it. I had a lot of fun making it. Not really, I spent way too long working on that. I even tried using redstone to make one. Yeah, it just made the duration of the iron golems longer. I really goofed on that one. But it was fine. It all worked out in the end. I made a really nice iron farm. Happy about it. I mean, it is really simple. Anyone could have thought of it, but there's some out there that I'm like, they don't know how to make iron farms. Really good starter one. It's really cool if you want to make some really cool nether farms, like all your iron golems all end up in the nether. Pretty sick. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. If you have any more farms you want me to build, just comment, and I'll spend another 4 hours making them, cause that's my record so far.